few weeks ago I found this set of incense, very cheap, and I really like incense, so I went ahead and picked it up. For me, incense has a lot of nostalgia. In particular, when I was a kid, my family had these little wooden dolls from Germany. They were hollow and they had little open mouths like, oh, and you would stick a cone of incense inside of them and the smoke would come billowing out their mouths. Or if it was a house, it might have a little chimney and then the smoke would puff out the top like that. And so I associate the smell of incense with childhood Christmases. And so to me, it's very comforting. And then also, in more recent years, I really like going to Renaissance festivals. And at any Renaissance festival, I can always guarantee there will be at least one shop that's got incense going. And then also, I lived in Japan for a few months, about 5 years ago now, and in the temples and shrines there, they have incense often. So the smell and look of burning incense are just filled with nice memories for me. So I thought I would get this package and share it with you. So this box, it's just wood. It's very rough and rustic looking. Not like super well constructed, but I like the way it looks. And then the top is just plexiglass. Well, let's see what's inside. So first thing is the little burner, and the center is this little metal circle where you put cones of incense, and then here are there's three little holes where you can put sticks of incense, and just for decoration there's 3 little stars, which I love. I love the look of stars. I think they look sort of mysterious when added to things a lot of times, and I think incense is already sort of mysterious, maybe because it's been used in so many ancient cultures. This has such a rich history of being part of offerings and blessings and just for good smells. But throughout many different cultures it's been used, and for me, anything that's part of an ancient culture always has an air of mystique to it. So now inside, first we have these little cones, and this one is just a plain brown cone, and I think that's just a basic amber scent, and amber is a scent used a lot of times in perfumes. It's just, I think, a mixture of different resins and spices, and when you think of incense, I think it's the amber scent that you think of, just that very basic, really nice, somewhat sweet smell. And then the second type of cone in here is a red one, and this is, I'm pretty sure, rose scented, which is really nice. Amber and rose go very well together. And I think I'm going to use for the center cone of one of the amber ones. I just want to get one that's well balanced. A couple of them have little bends to them. That one will do. So I'm just going to set that aside for now. Because then we have these four different types of incense sticks and room for 3 incense sticks. So let's go look through these. The first one is this pack of red incense sticks. And it's very crinkly, and hopefully it's not overpoweringly crinkly. But it's about the same color as the red incense cones, maybe a touch darker. So I'm assuming that it's rose scented. It definitely is rose, but it is actually different from the rose cones. It's a little bit sweeter and less, just somehow more flowery, I think, than the rose cones are. I like the smell of the rose cones slightly better, to be honest, but this is still nice. So I'm just going to put this right in one of these holes for incense, if I can get it to go. Okay, hopefully that will stay upright. And again, the packaging makes a lot of really nice crinkles. Hopefully not too loud. The next pack is a set of brown ones, and these are the same color as the amber. So I'm going to assume that these are amber scented as well. And they are. It's a good classic amber incense scent. Really nice. But since I'm going to be using that amber cone on this, I don't need to also have an amber stick. You may wonder why I am guessing what these scents are, and that is because they didn't say in the packages. They're all named like harmony and peace and love, but it didn't tell me what harmony and peace and love had in them, so I'm left to guess as best I can tell using my nose. So this is a different color of brown from the amber sticks. And that smells really good. This is I think that is sandalwood, and sandalwood goes very well with amber and rose, so it'll be really good as part of the smoke blend. And finally, last but not least, we have these ones that are black, and this is sure. It smells really good. It's a little bit maybe sweeter than the other three. Maybe the sweetest of them, but still not like cloyingly sweet. Just pleasantly sweet, and maybe it's patchouli. It honestly seems like it's more of a blend of something. And I'm not sure what, but it smells really good, and it'll smell good for the other three. So that is the last of those. So let's get to lighting this. I'm going to go ahead and put this on here. And I'm going to light the incense cone first, since it's in the middle. It would be hard to do it after lighting the taller ones. And if you haven't burned incense before, you just want to light the end, and a little ember will be there. And a lot of times we'll just put the fire out itself and start burning down. And hopefully that took. It's a very tiny ember right now, but I think it'll be fine. It doesn't need much to burn down. Some of these sticks, a lot of times they also will kind of just take care of themselves. They just need the tiniest of embers to get going. And so you just let them have a little flame for a moment, and then a lot of times they will burn themselves out. And I don't think that last one took quite right, though. So, let's try again. Okay, that time did it. So now there's all sorts of smoke coming up, which I hope you can see, because I think smoke patterns are really beautiful. You might have noticed in one or two of my last videos that I really like smoke patterns. I just think they're so pretty. I'd actually really like to do a video with dry ice at some point. And sorry, by the way, that it's been about a month now since I created a video. I bought this lovely new mic, and then it had really bad background noise and a high-pitched ring, which you can actually kind of hear in my last video. And so I just decided it wasn't going to work and contacted the company that made it, and they actually determined that it was faulty, and they sent me a new one, which so far seems pretty good. So that was really nice, but the whole process took a little while. And then on top of that, I adopted a kitten, so I've had my hands full. In my last video, some people noticed that there's a lot going on behind me. This is my craft and trinket room. So any sort of just little decorative trinkets, especially ones that are particularly too cutesy to display in the rest of the house, get put in here. It's also where I keep my perfume collection. It's back there, and my jewelry is kept in here as well. And I make fairy costumes as a hobby, so all that back there, that's part of that. And this room is almost always in a state of disrepair because of it, just general messiness. So you'll see flowers all over the place on the floor, sitting against the walls. So the smell from these right now is really nice. They're blending so beautifully. Just sweet and smoky and spicy smell. Really beautiful. I wish that you all could be here with me, so you could experience the lovely way that these smell. But I guess all I can say is that if you are at all interested in incense, that it is worth it to go out and find a little set like this. And there's all sorts of incense out there. There's a lot of different common smells. Amber, rose, patchouli, sandalwood. Maybe this black one is patchouli, come to think of it. But those are some really common ones, and there's many more other than that as well. So I would definitely recommend having your own kit, and then you can smell the incense. So I hope that the lighting of this incense and the smoke patterns, if you can see them, and the sounds of the box have been really relaxing, and that you are falling asleep, if not asleep already. So